good morning, or good afternoon, I guess, because it's afternoon. Hello! Welcome in, everybody. Happy Sunday. Hello, Holly. Hermes has decided not to... Hey, bud. You're just on the floor. Can you go to your bed, please? Thank you. Go to your bed. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. Alright, we are all set for stream. Okay, so today we were gonna do third anecdotes, because we only have one anecdote each for each of the original 3 boys left. And then also I wanted to like collect all the stuff from the event, because the event is now live, and I think the promise is now live. Hold on, why is my microphone like so loose? Okay, there we go. Sorry, hopefully that wasn't too loud on your end. I had to tighten so that my microphone wasn't flopping forward. But yeah, I also wanted to do some of Rafayel's event. I also scheduled time next Saturday, because the event runs until I think like the 9th, and so I was like, we should do all of the event stuff before it's over. So I literally did not log in today yet, so we're gonna do all of the like receiving stuff. We got a new promise, and then we have new package. Oh yeah, the wishing stuff. And then what's this? Okay, that's just the mail. And we got some moments posts. Cute. Okay, let's see. Did you buy it for me? A helmet with cat ears. AG, welcome in. How are you? Hello, hello. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. Hopefully you're having a good Sunday today. Oh my gosh, can I finally claim the weeklies? Let me take a look. New promise is live. I can't wait because I can finally look at Zayne's beautiful face. Look at him, he's beautiful. Let's grab this. For logging in, I guess we get like one thing. I need to buy this as well, because I have adult grown money. I budgeted. Doing well, resting a bit at least. How are you doing? I'm doing good. We are having a good day today. Done quite a bit. I finished my budget for the month. That always sucks, you know, like when I'm wrapping up my budget and I'm like, ooh, what's the damage? How much did I spend this month compared to how much I earned? And like, generally it's fine, but man, living is pain. I really need to like unlock these last 2, but for now we'll just do auto pursuit. I need to do one of these to make my dailies work, and then core hunt. I need more pinks and purples, I think. What cards do I have? I haven't really gotten into protocore farming, so I definitely need purples and blues. Purples and blues. Because that's the 2 main solars that I'm using. So if I go to battle, core hunt. I don't have, okay. I also need to try to progress and get stronger. Because, like, obviously, the higher the level, the better the rewards. But I can't right now. So let me do... I'll try fighting that later. I guess I'll do the core hunts later. Because it's double drop, so I want to take advantage of that. We'll do 1 level, not 1 level. We'll do 1 vial for leveling up a memory, and then it'll count as leveling it up for our dailies. Buy item from shop. Trial, 100 stamina. Okay. Let's go to the shop. Oh, there's new event stuff, that's why. Okay, so my free pack. Free. Okay, and then nothing else is free. Exchange. Soft shine. Soft shine. Okay. I think, is that everything for right now? Let me claim this. Claim all my rewards. Check in. Claim that. Supply. Claim that. Okay. Have we done... Oh, there... Oh, that's right. The event. Let's take a peek. Let's see what it says. As I reach the entrance of Rafayel's studio, I'm still thinking about that craft shop I just passed by. Rafayel's birthday is coming up. I plan to make a birthday cake for him, which is what I do every year, but I also want to give him a special gift. The cotton plushies at that craft shop were so cute. I could make one for Rafayel. If the gift can stay by his side, then Rafayel would feel the love I put into every stitch. I start to like this idea even more.
Yes. Okay, I'll be there soon. And whatever you do, don't touch that painting.
Thomas's voice interrupts my train of thought. He's in the middle of a phone call as he leaves the studio. Perfect. I can ask him if Rafayel has work-related matters scheduled for that day. I intercept Thomas, but before I can say anything, he moves his phone away slightly and lowers his voice.
Oh, I know what you want to ask. Rafayel's birthday, right? I'm really busy right now. Let's talk about it at the gallery in a couple of days.
Okay. Thomas points at his phone. Well, I have no choice but to wave goodbye. He turns around and hurries away. I'm going to have dinner with Rafayel later. Pushing open the door, I'm greeted by the room's stillness. It's as if sunlight has fallen into an afternoon slumber. Perplexed, Rafayel lies on the sofa. He's staring at the tablet in his hands. Rafayel?
Why didn't you say anything when you walked in? You scared me, cutie.
You were so focused that you didn't even hear me open the door and come in. Rafayel turns to face me, raises the tablet in his hand, and gestures for me to look at it. I sit on the edge of the sofa. Rafayel lifts his head with a playfully demanding look. Then he rests it on my lap as he turns the tablet towards me. On one side of the screen is a painting, and the other is completely blank. There's a line of text that says, Professor's Comments.
I'm currently engaged in a very noble endeavor. I need to get feedback on assignments. Congratulations. You get to lounge on the sofa for the rest of the day. With moi.
I know Rafayel is a visiting professor at Lincoln University. Sorry. Still a little ippy. But I always thought he only teaches a few classes when he has time. You're actually responsible for grading? You're only writing comments, though. Why do you look so troubled? Rafayel swipes his finger across the screen to reveal the next painting. He freezes for about 3 seconds before covering his face with the tablet. He sighs.
Assignments don't just torture students, you know. Even professors suffer.
It's true. I would assign assignments to my students when I was teaching English. And even like a daily journal thing of like 5 sentences. Because I would make the senior students write like 5 sentences for what they did today, right, in English. Having to grade 30 students per class for 3 classes every day, like, was fucking annoying as hell. And it's like, ugh, it was torture. So It's true. Not just for the students, but even more so for the teacher to go through.
I should have called you earlier and asked you to bring me an oxygen tank.
I spot the drinks on the table, pour a glass for Rafayel, and hand over the beverage. I don't have oxygen, but you can drink some water to calm down. Rafayel sits up and takes a sip. Then he types on the screen with one hand while holding the glass in the other.
You have demonstrated a unique interpretation. Your exceptional artistic sensibilities have been revealed. Otherwise, you could never have created a work so thoroughly detached from the history of art that spans 10,000 years.
Rafayel nods with satisfaction.
My students will surely grasp what I'm trying to tell them. They can read between the lines.
Can they? Your work is brilliant. Don't forget to check your grade.
It's more like you have an innovative style. As for whether it's good, I can't say.
But you're a teacher. You should be able to tell them. Rafayel sets down his glass and holds the tablet with both hands. He's focused again.
I never really liked using grades to evaluate their artwork. But since they chose to take my class, I'll still give them my honest assessment with due diligence.
If I were a student, I'd take your class. Rafayel looks at me, which prompts me to continue. Entertaining feedback is in the place of grades. If these comments were posted on the campus forum, they'd be viral for weeks.
I get it. You want to use my wit to get views and clicks. Shouldn't I be collecting royalties for my creative content?
You should be thanking me for giving your course free publicity.
And now the turns have tabled.
Rafayel playfully lunges forward, and we start messing around. A vibrating phone interrupts our playful tussle. I take my phone out of my pocket and unlock it. To my surprise, it's an email. It's from Lincoln University. I open the email and discover it's an invitation. It says, Lincoln University is preparing for a week-long open house. They're specifically inviting me to be an outstanding hunter representative, to return to campus and share some insights about work and life with the students.
When is it?
Next Monday.
What a shame. I have an event that day, so I won't be able to witness the outstanding hunter in action.
I calculate the timing. Rafayel's birthday is after the presentation, which means I need to start planning his celebratory surprise. Oh, cute! Just 5 days away. Oh my gosh. Plushie made with love will surely be the best birthday gift. Go to Woven Hearts to start crafting. Go to Treasured Threads to collect items for crafting your plushie. Sweet wishes are always on time. The cake you prepare will be delivered to him on his birthday. What's this? Baking with love. Oh, this is cute. Oh, you know, I heard people were a little bit sad that they couldn't decorate a cake this year, because I think before the cakes used to be like customizable, but there were some really like bad faith players who would use the cakes and like the birthday letters to send death threats to a fictional character. Insane. Absolutely insane. What does the reset button do? Oh, it just resets the thing. That's so crazy. Can you imagine? Like, it's a fucking 2D character, you guys. So for real. Okay, so cake is baking. What's this? Wrap it up before Rafayel finds out. Oh, I see. Okay, so what's Woven Hearts? Your adorable plushie is waiting. Go ahead and craft it. Choose from different decorations to create your very own one-of-a-kind plushie. Pinch to zoom or swipe up and down to better view and decorate the plushie. Tap here to save your draft or select from finished templates to customize. Once you're done, tap preview to preview your plushie. Choose the outfit color. Select different colors to adjust the colors. Oh, I see. Oh, that's cute. Oh, we can do little like... Oh, I like this one. That's cute. Oh. I like this pink, really pinky look. Obviously. A white belt? Blue belt? Let's do blue. That's cute. Oh, that's so adorable. Is there anything else? Choose your favorite accessories. You can place up to 3. I see. Preview? You can save your plushie. Oh, I get 20 daily saves. Okay. Sure. We'll save. I don't know. This is how your plushie will appear. It will be used in the birthday story and displayed on the birthday event homepage. Later, it can be placed in your home system as an interior decor. Continue saving? Yeah, we can change it up if we want to change it up. That's fine. Oh, it's so cute! Oh my god, he's so adorable. He is really cute. What's this? Wish, weave, plan. Oh, daily tasks. Okay, so we will probably obtain items needed for crafting outfits here. Materials of all colors are piled up here. Collect them all. This is your basket for collecting materials. Drag the basket to create a path through the materials of the same color. Try connecting 3 purple materials to collect them. Now press go to start collecting materials. Okay. Each time you press go, you'll use 1 attempt. Collect as many materials as you can before you run out of attempts to get a higher star rating. More than 10 materials, you get a surprise extra. Oh, we can only connect, hold on. Go. Okay. Color jelly has appeared. Collect at least 10 material to get one. When your collection path passes through a color jelly, it will change the type of materials you can collect. What does that mean? Collecting materials also gives you energy charge. To get you started, your skill has been charged up. Use this skill to instantly collect the most abundant material. Okay. You can only do 2. Okay. Now you can collect materials of any color. Oh, I see. Okay. I still want... Wait, let's not use that yet. Okay, go. What's the timer? I don't see the timer on the screen. Do you guys see a timer? Is there a timer? Hold on. I'm like stuck here. There's like not a good path. I guess we'll go there. 5. Oh, it's attempts. I see. Okay, it's not a timer. Okay, I was being a doofus. I just have to carefully plan a path. Okay. It kind of sucks though, cause like the jellies are nowhere near what I need. I'm just trying to min-max my score, you know? Maybe I can go like this. Is this gonna put me in a corner? It might. Okay. So you have 2 attempts. You can continue collecting. Your rewards will remain at 3 stars. Okay. We'll just do Great Harvest. My brain is like braining too hard for this. Okay. Mom, Princess has lads in her room again with the doors closed. Oh no, nobody look at me. I'm so embarrassed. Hi, Duo. Welcome in. How are you? Hopefully you're having a good day today. Oh, there's no thing there. There's no rainbow thing there. Happy Sunday. I hope you're having a good Sunday afternoon. Oh. I'm grounded. Why am I grounded? What did I do to get grounded? Unlock more outfits in the wardrobe. A cap on how many Wishweave treasures you can obtain. As his birthday approaches, this cap will increase daily. Okay, so this is the daily game. Oh, okay, I can't do the next one. Play again, because I need more. Super sunny out, so I'm going to take the boat out even though it's cold. Ooh, a boat. Fun and exciting. I know nothing about boating. Oh, not quite. Okay. But I hope you have fun. Okay, go this way, and then we shall get... Okay, perfect. And then that should set us up with a jelly. Okay, cool. We could do... And then purple. And twist back around. So convoluted. 20! That's a big number. This is like puzzle games on max. My brain is trying to keep up and comprehend. I'm trying to like maximize the number of... Okay, I think that's all I can do if we cross over. It looks like Candy Crush? Not quite Candy Crush, I think. Not quite Candy Crush. Okay. We need to go back this way and then maybe collect pink. Collect some pink ones. Pink. Oh, I like Candy Crush is like match, but like you like the main thing doesn't move, you know? This is like moving around the like board. Can I go through the basket again? No, you can't. Going through the basket is not something you can do. So, if I go this way, just to clear some stuff. Oh man. Okay, terrible. That was actually the worst decision I could have made. Because I keep trapping myself, I think. Will this result in a rainbow jelly? It does. Okay. So now we try to go like this. Okay. Great harvest. Grab those. Okay. Can we do just one attempt left? Ugh, this is so much braining. Okay, that's all I can do. Gumi, welcome in. Hello, hello. Thank you for the head pat. How are you? Welcome in, Gumi. Let me give you a shout out. What are you up to today? How was Gartic phone yesterday? Okay, we have obtained the maximum limit for this, so I'm gonna exit and use items you've collected to craft outfits for your plushies. Open its personal wardrobe and create a one-of-a-kind look. Your plushie's first outfit is ready. Let's take a look. The wardrobe's looking empty. Let's fill it up. Check the quantity of items needed for each outfit and start crafting more. I see. Glasses? Crispy fishy? Fairy tale heart. This is such a cute outfit. These are so cute. I'm so excited. I heard that like this is the theme that sets how the rest of the birthdays for the year are gonna go, and I think this is absolutely adorable. Oh my gosh, look at all these. It's so cute. We gotta do the birthday crown, right? Gartic was fun. How are the boys? The boys are boyin', you know? I'm going through the start of the birthday event. It's quite cute. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. Oh my gosh, this is a wand. Oh, and wings. I think we saw that in the thing. What's this? A hair? Okay, let's buy the birthday crown. We decided to eat at a restaurant. The table next to us is having a birthday party. I wonder who came up with the idea of putting a birthday hat on a birthday person. People in ancient times supposedly wore paper headpieces during important celebrations. Maybe that changed over the years. Wearing birthday hats is its current form. I think birthday hats make it easy to tell who's the most important person for the day. In that case, he gets up and asks the table next to us for a spare birthday hat and places it on my head. You can wear it even when it's not your birthday. For me, you'll always be the most important person in my life. Ah! Ah, so cute! 誰ですか? そんなこと言わないで. How could you? How could you say that to Gumi? Or Gumi, how could you say that to Eiji? Rude! Rude! There's some slander happening. Okay, we gotta get glasses because I'm a sucker for glasses. Rafayel and I go to the hospital for an eye exam. Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, a cobra went out and bumped into its good friend, a frog. The frog asked, what would happen if someone lost one ear? The answer should be that you wouldn't hear as well, right? What if you lost both ears? Then you couldn't hear at all. The cobra said, I wouldn't be able to see since there aren't any ears to hold up my glasses. I knew the punchline was going to be an instance of dry humor, but I'm still cringing. The moral of the story is to take care of your eyesight. Rafayel pulls out a pair of black-framed glasses and puts them on. But glasses aren't only for improving your vision, they can also be part of your style. I'd like to quote something you once said. That big splash makes me almost want to return to the sea to dry myself. How can you say that? Gumi Eiji. Ash, welcome in. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Hi, Ash. How are you doing? Welcome in. Should we get his little, bird outfit? I think so. Rafayel and I are in a small garden. We're washing artsy burbs in a big basin. 15, 16. I've proven myself to be the best artsy burb handler. You're not just an artsy burb handler, you're also a laundry burb. Just wait until I'm a spin dry burb and the tumble dry burb. I placed my soap-covered hand over Rafayel's mouth. You asked me to help you wash these, so you better be a careful burb. Under the warm sunlight, we put the washed artsy burbs onto the clothesline. When I was little, I pretended that my toys could talk. And after I fell asleep, they'd stay up and chat around the house. What did they talk about every night? The artsy burb would say, chirp, chirp, coo, coo. Does that mean artsy burb is actually a normal animal with clothes on it? What an interesting theory. Let's test it out on one later. Burb! Lots of burbs. Okay. What do we want? We got the hat. Ooh, let's do this spring embrace floral crown. On a bright sunny day, Rafayel and I go hiking. I'd like to ask for a break. 30 minutes, please and thank you. You're always doing missions and training every day, and you can still hike on weekends? Your stamina is too good. Exercise keeps you young. Trust me, we'll reach the top in 30 minutes max. You said the exact same thing half an hour ago, and when we left, you called this a beginner-friendly trail. Clear skies and a smooth path. What's not friendly about that? 40 minutes later, we finally reached the Sea of Blossoms at the summit. I pick some wildflowers and weave a flower crown for Rafayel. And now, I'd like to present the Finally Made It Award. Congratulations, Mr. Rafayel. I suggest we rename it Effortless Climbing Award. Sounds better. Okay, wait, we can decorate our plushie. If we go to what? Daily saves? We can put glasses on him. Oh my god, it's so cute. I love glasses. We can put the bird outfit on him. We can change the bird outfit. Oh my god, pink bird. Gotta be kind of like brownish, yeah? Or kind of like this lighter brown looks cute. Oh, what should the bib color be? Kind of like this like green and pink. Oh, it's so cute. It's so precious. Oh, I'm gonna die. Do we want birthday crown or do we... Oh. Flower crown. Flower crown. Okay, we don't have any accessories. Okay. I'm gonna save. That's it. That's the birthday plushie for today, at least. Okay, saved.
You know, time is
I
relative.
went back too fast. Hold on. Is there anything else? Limited. Oh, we still have to claim this. Is this? Oh, one more day. Last day, we get this one. Is there anything else we can collect? Oh, that's right. We haven't done Lemonette's Trove in a really long time, so let's do a 10 pull for Lemonette's Trove. Okay. Pulling. Let's see what we get. Can I get some poses, please? Ooh, we got an outfit? No poses, unfortunately. Got some music. Journal stuff. Avatars. One off. Castellan. What are these? Photo item and journal design. Ornaments. Phone avatars. Okay, and background music. Okay, close. No more Lemonette's Trove. We did all 10. Okay, anything else we can do? Okay, so my plan is next weekend on Saturday, I should be able to finish all of these stories. I'll do treasured threads on my own every day to collect the amount of currency needed, but we'll run through the story next week and finish it out, and I think that way we can have a nice amount of quests to do, and we could have Rafayel's birthday on stream. Okay. Is there anything else that I can buy, I guess? Because Let's see what we can buy. We can buy... Okay. Here's my dilemma. Okay, here's my dilemma. I'm gonna buy these wishes. I have a dilemma. I understand how gacha works now, right? So here's my dilemma. I have... Oh wait, let's play this. Because we can get... Oh. No, it's not the right size. It's still not the right size. Hold on.
Excuse me, class is still in session. Why are you walking
There we go.
around? I'd say you're skipping class.
Let's just watch this for the gems, because this is the birthday
The
event.
academic office was right. My
Birthday
discipline is
card?
too lax. The homework I assigned last class
It's really
was
cute.
write an excuse for your absence that satisfies me. Since you're cooperating, I won't mark this as an absence. Focus on your work, please. We don't like slackers. Reason
so
for
adorable.
absence: to celebrate the birthday of a fishy. That's it? Its tears don't turn into pearls. Reason denied. Is the fishy you mentioned that important to you? Really? All right, request approved. Let's get going. Let's celebrate your fishy's birthday.
How adorable! We get new outfit for him. You get the plushie event. Oh, so cute. Hello, Hazard. Welcome in. Shaw, hello. Thank you for the lurk. And then this game. So cute. Alright, we got our pity amount of gems. Okay, so here's my dilemma. Here's my dilemma. I have guaranteed 5-star in 26 pulls, which if I pull the limited... So these are limited wish items, which means that after a certain amount of time, they cannot be used. They do roll over into this this standard banner pull, right? But if you don't use it, you essentially lose the ability to use it on the limited banner. So here's my dilemma. I don't really want a Rafayel card. Like, he's okay, but he's not my favorite, right? So I want to collect cards of my favorites. But if we roll 20 times, because that's how many free wishes you get, if I roll 20 times, I would be getting really, really close to pity. Now, the last time I got... Oh, we should do quick explore. Does anyone have any coordinates that you want me to use? The last time that I rolled on a limited banner, I did get a card from the banner, which means that I didn't lose the 50-50, right? So I won the 50-50. So the next card that I roll, the next 5-star, would roll either I would get the Rafayel card or I would get another 5-star card. So it's crazy that I'm like, do I roll just to wish, just to hope that I get, just to hope that I don't, so that I lose the 50-50? Like, what is, what's the plan here? What's the plan here, you guys? I don't know. Do I roll just to not get the 50-50? Gonna start driving. Lurk time. Have a good day with your lads. Keep the door open. The door is open. So proud of your gacha talk and planning. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Alright, no one is giving me a number. So I'm just gonna close my eyes. And we're gonna stop there. I'm gonna close my eyes. And we're gonna stop right here. Cool. Okay. Quick explore 3 times. What do we get? What do we get? Lucky? I got a Rafayel card. Okay. An actual full-on Rafayel card. Thanks, Rafayel. Let's just set this to explore without quick explore. I don't really... The silver magnets don't get me as many, like, cool cards, so we're just gonna let it run. Do we roll 10 times this week, and then next week I'll roll another 10 times? Building pity is a trap! No, you roll for the banner you need, says Duo. Keep the door open. Oh my. Well... Cause then, like, the next... Cause think about it. The next banner I would have guaranteed, you know? And I could save that. It is his birthday card too. Like, if I get it, am I gonna be really mad about it? You know what I mean? Like, if I don't get it, okay, great. If I get it, is it really something that I'm gonna be mad about? I'm spending money anyways. I know that, like, I'm gonna spend money. Like, I've earmarked money to spend. So it's like, at the end of the day, does it really matter? Okay, I'm just gonna do a 10 pull. I'm just gonna do 10 pull. Can we all cross our fingers and hope? I'll do another 10 pull next week on Saturday. Gumi also says building pity is a trap and gotcha. I'm gonna do it anyways. I don't care what you guys say. You know what? I'm still a baby to gacha games, and you know, sometimes there are lessons that you just have to learn yourself. You know what I mean? Like, this might be one of the lessons that I just have to learn for myself. Also, AJ, I'm so sorry. I saw that you gave Hermes a treat. I missed the redeem. I'm gonna give him a treat right now. For you. Sorry, AJ. Missed treat, I did. Hermes, would you like a treat from Uncle AG? Thank you, Uncle AG. Thank you. I need to make that redeem more noticeable. I'm sorry. You want it? Get it. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Okay. Do we roll? Let's save it for the end of stream. Let's go through. I'm scared. I don't know what I want the answer to be, but I'm scared. Let's go do the third anecdotes, because that's been burning a hole in my, like, need to do. Okay. So we did their second anecdotes yesterday. Xavier used to be a cop, and then the rest of his team grew old or passed away. Zayne was a badass combat medic. And he had to kill his friend. That was, you know, vibe killer. But and then Rafayel knew that we were at Lincoln University, and so he orchestrated, like, being a professor there so that he could meet us. And he was like, she's the same after all these years. After she promised she would meet me at the beach a year later, and she never came. Does that mean we have amnesia? Anyways, okay, sorry. It's like an hour into stream and we're just starting the anecdotes. Even though I said that we would be doing anecdotes today. Okay, let's start. Reading stream, here we go. Okay. Distant stars. This is... Hold on. The name of this anecdote is When Shooting Stars Fall. Okay, distant stars. This is the 100th time I sneak a glance at Xavier. You must first pretend to look at the clock on the classroom wall. Then, your gaze can slowly drift to his face. You have to calm down your beating heart and do your best to avoid his gaze. Otherwise, you'll be like me, caught red-handed. Pretending to be nonchalant, I shift my gaze away from those tranquil eyes and turn around. According to the first law of cosmic attraction, when a person unwittingly looks at someone, there's a 98.8% chance it's because he's looking at you too. Perhaps I caught him red-handed as he stared at me. That's what I tell myself in any case. 3 years ago, when Xavier first arrived at the academy, it was a rare sunny day. It was the year 214. 214 years have passed since Philos' birth. It also means 214 years have passed since Earth's demise. Aren't we on Earth? Our teachers, born during the age of Earth, said we had substituted Earth's extinguished core with a powerful artificial one. This core holds fragmented landmasses together, preventing them from scattering into the starry sea. So aside from more dust, more cloudy days, and cumbersome travel between tectonic plates, our planet isn't much different from the Earth of years past. My feet have never touched the soil of other places on Philos. Our plate, where the academy is located, is quite small. Also, unlike us, who were brought here after our evil awakened, Xavier was a transfer student. Perchance it was the splendid sunshine, or something else, but I can always vividly recall the first time I saw him. He was tall, skinny, wearing a white school uniform. His eyes were a shade of light blue, as pretty as the sky that day. Xavier entered the classroom with a wooden sword strapped to his back. He glanced at the seating chart, walked to the last row by the window, and sat down without a word. Serene and precise like light itself. Since then, other than thank you and excuse me, he and I barely talked. I got to know him through my classmates' words. They say he doesn't live on campus because his family background is complicated and many people have seen him surrounded by bodyguards. These rumors get even more outrageous and mysterious the more they are passed around. Yet the more enigmatic he is, the more curious I am about Xavier. I wish to know his thoughts when he's staring off into space during lecture, what he's listening to when he wears earbuds, where he goes to hone his swordsmanship and how he's talented in it, and how high his IQ is because he's always the top of the class, despite clearly never paying attention during lecture. There were times when I noticed him sleeping. I tried using my eval to resonate with his dreams, but whenever I do, I get too nervous and fail. After that, I realized quite belatedly that this curiosity of mine is actually a crush. I always thought Xavier and I would continue like this, coexisting yet separated by a wall of mist. But then, during our astronomy lecture, our teacher mentioned a once-in-a-century meteor shower happening next month. Seeing a meteor shower on a planet where clear skies are a rarity, it's even a once-in-a-century event. If I can see it with someone I like, then I can die without regrets. Gravity. The sun is like a red-hot iron, burning a hole into the sky. Xavier stands under its crimson glow, practicing his newly learned sword techniques. The whole sequence of events feels otherworldly, deterring people from approaching and thus interrupting him. Not too far away, I sit under the porch and hold a wooden sword. As I watch him train, I think about how to ask him. Knowing I'll forget half the things I want to say, I start writing words in the dirt with my sword. Once-in-a-century events aren't significant for Philos' denizens anymore. People like Xavier, they'll experience many centuries. As long as Philos' core still has energy, their lives shall last forevermore, like the planets. If he learns I'm a person who can't even live to see 100 years, he'll do anything I say out of pity. That would ruin everything. At long last, the class ends. I stand up and find my target has disappeared. I look around and eventually spot him in the crowd by the academy's gates. Okay, so you're saying there are some people who can live as long as the core exists, and there are other people who have a normal human lifespan. Is this like in the future? Is this like a future anecdote? Why is Earth gone? Did we die? I mean, is this person me? Reincarnated? Or no? It's just told from a classmate's point of view. I'm confused. I hurry over only to witness the rumor firsthand. They aren't clad in all black as one would expect, and they keep a respectable distance away from Xavier. Still, these people exude an air of oppression. Xavier, with his bag, is at the center of their group. It seems he's used to being stared at. The only difference is that rather than being his usual expressionless self, he appears slightly upset. It's completely different from how he was earlier with the sunset behind him. I know nothing of his past, nor do I know where those people are taking him. All I know is that he's not happy at the moment. Xavier! I shout his name as loudly as I can. Only after it leaves my mouth do I realize it's most likely the first time I have ever called out to him. The evening breeze rushes through the streets. In the sea of people, he turns around. His slightly puzzled expression softens when our eyes meet. I walk up to him, saying a teacher has requested his presence. Then, I grab his hand and start running in the opposite direction. As for where we're headed, I haven't thought that far yet. And although I don't see Xavier's expression, his grip on my hand gradually tightens. They're catching up. His voice scatters in the wind. Do you want a real answer to that? Oh, do I want a real answer to that? Oh, I feel like I do, but at the same time, can you tell me, instead of telling me the answer, can you tell me if there is a card, like a memory, that I should look at to find the answer? Or like, where can I find my answer? Is it in World Underneath, or is it in a memory? I guess that's a better question to be asked. I appreciate it. Thank you for not spoiling me. I am curious because this sounds like we are on Earth, right? Lincoln exists on Earth, I'm pretty sure. Like, so does Skyhaven. I think, unless I'm like remembering wrong. But like they're saying in this anecdote that Earth was destroyed 214 years ago. Keep reading. Oh, okay, maybe it's here. Okay, got it. Okay. Got it. Thank you. Appreciate you. It's in this anecdote. Okay, we got it. While I'm dazed, Xavier pulls me into a round tower and enters an empty auditorium. The lights are off. Also, welcome in, Dark. Hopefully you've been having a good Sunday. He and I are like animals who escaped their cages. Are you rolling on Rafayel's birthday banner, by the way? Breathing in the dark. Through the sliver of light leaking in through the window, I stare at the shadow of his hand on the windowsill. My heart is about to leap out of my throat. Some time passes, and Xavier pulls out a nearby chair and sits on another desk. I stare at him for a moment before realizing he's asking me to sit. Why did you help me? Sitting on the table, he's taller than me by a considerable amount. His eyes, swirling light in their depths, look down at me in the dark. You appeared to be upset, so I thought you wanted to be free. How did you know I was upset? Well, we're classmates, aren't we? It's normal for me to be able to read your expression. As I try to find a way to explain myself, Xavier speaks. You learned by sneaking glances at me during class? There's a reason for that. Xavier looks at me as though he's expecting an explanation. I wanted to ask... I wanted to invite you to watch the meteor shower at Skymere Salt Flat with me. I heard the lake is very shallow, so when light reflects on its surface, it's exactly like a mirror. It's going to look stunning with a meteor shower. Besides, a once-in-a-century thing, there won't be a next time. It's just another 100 years. For you, maybe. But for me? Huh? It's nothing. Do you want to go or not? It's truly pretty. I take my chance to invite him, but when I'm met with silence, I can feel my heart fall to the ground with a heavy thud. Xavier's gaze becomes distant. He only responds to me after some time has passed. I can't. Is it because of those... I hesitate, wondering what to call them. People? Xavier appears shocked, then he nods without saying a word. I don't force him to elaborate and observe the way he looks at me. I reach out and poke the corner of his mouth. Don't be sad! I'll just go by myself. I'll bring your wish to the stars when I do. What's your wish? I don't have one. It's been okay. Hope yours has been well. I am. I don't have one of his birthday cards yet. Oh, are you gonna also do the rerun? The rerun has different currency, right? For tickets? Which I feel like is so sad. I'm probably gonna do the birthday reruns for the other characters, but now I know I'm gonna have to spend a lot of money on it. Where am I? How could someone not wish for anything? Oh, do you not want me to make a wish for you? I stand up from the chair and face him. I close my eyes with my hands clasped in front of me, wishing with all my heart. I wish Xavier is forever free to do what he wants. Xavier is stunned. He asks, "What about you? What's your wish?" I wish I could be healthy, but I don't even know if wishing on a star actually works. I stay quiet, waiting for the shooting star in my heart to pass before I open my eyes. Suddenly, a flash of starlight appears. I look around only to see it's actually light from Xavier's hand. It glows in the dark. This shooting star has made a promise to you. Oh. I'll get the others a different year. You know? Respect. I understand that. I understand that. Totally. I think the birthday cards that I would want for sure are Zayne's, and maybe Caleb's. I haven't decided. I don't know. I mean, I guess at this point, I totally could just look up the birthday cards, on YouTube or something. You know? And it's like, if I don't really, really like the character, then I guess it's like, it's whatever, you know? I'm not gonna miss out and feel FOMO if I don't get any of the other ones. But definitely I want to collect Zayne's. Collision. The weather forecast says it's going to be a clear day today, but there's only heavy rain in the afternoon. Fat water droplets cling to the glass windows, blurring the gray outdoors into blobs of color. I glance at the empty space by my desk, recalling I left my umbrella in my dorm. The fragrance of flowers in the botany lecture hall is slowly putting me to sleep. I tear off a piece of paper to write my sorrows. Ugh, it's so annoying. I can't believe it's raining. I also didn't bring my umbrella today. What about you? I tear the paper, scrunch it into a ball, and then throw it at Xavier's desk when the teacher isn't looking. I hear 2 swishes before receiving his reply. Ever since that night, something has changed between me and Xavier. At first glance, everything remains the same. He's still being protected and leaves school right when the bell rings. We don't have any interactions outside of school either. It's just I sometimes carelessly walk into those people and then wave goodbye to him. He'd also sometimes poke me in the back and give me one of his earbuds, or we'd slip notes to each other in class, just like today. However, just as I'm about to look at Xavier's note, a hand snatches it away. I look up to find the teacher staring angrily at me. The classroom becomes quiet, waiting with bated breath. Luckily, he just took my note and told me to be on cleanup duty later. The rain falls from afternoon to evening with no signs of stopping. Catching my classmates leave one after another, I pack my things and get ready to start my cleanup duties with the desks and chairs. When I turn around, I notice Xavier sitting at his desk. I rub my eyes, wondering if today is a special day. Did you stay behind to help me clean up? Xavier shakes his head and takes out an umbrella from his bag, placing it on the table in front of me. I stayed to tell you that I brought an umbrella. I recall the note the teacher took from me with its half-revealed answer and stand there like an idiot. But those people... I look out the window in a panic. They're going to be watching us, right? Maybe, Xavier says. He opens his hand and all the light in the room gathers onto his palm. Now they won't be able to see anything. Under an already gloomy sky, the lack of a light source makes everything more dim, secretive. I try to appear calm as I look away, but now it's too dark to clean up. Are you waiting for the rain to stop? Xavier holds a towel, watching me from the classroom doorway. I come back to my senses and run to him. With Xavier's help, my work gets done in no time. After I put away the cleaning supplies, I find him idling on the stone steps in front of the building. Seeing me approach, he opens his umbrella and says, "Let's go." Under the umbrella, it's almost as if the storm outside has nothing to do with us. While Xavier listens to me ramble on about the impression I had of him, I notice the corner of his mouth curling up. You're smiling a lot more since we've met, Xavier. RKV! Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. Hello, hello. Let me give you a shout out here. How was stream today? What are you up to? Hightail? Oh, that's the new... It's kind of like a roguelike, right? Roguelite? Welcome in, raiders. Hello, hello. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Princess. I'm a variety VTuber here on Twitch. And today we are playing some Love in Deep Space. It's a lot of like text-based reading today. A lot of exploring the characters and exploring the lore. So welcome in. It's comfy, it's cozy. We're gonna be doing some reading, so grab a blanket and cuddle up for the evening. Coming from 5 hours on Hightail, it's an adventure RPG based Minecraft, not roguelike yet. Oh, Minecraft. Okay, I see. I hope you had fun. If you, a 5-hour stream, if you need to raid and run, I completely understand. We're gonna be here for a little bit. I just started reading the Anecdotes, so it's gonna take me a while to get through 3 of them. And then after that, I plan to do a crafting stream because as you can see, I have a camera. Ooh, hello, I have a camera here. So I'm gonna move the camera to my desk so we can make my little Zayne scrapbook. But yes, welcome in. Please make sure that you're stretching your legs and getting some hydration before you settle in with us. I would love to have you, but also if you need to raid and run, I understand. Okay, back to reading. Hope you had a good stream, RKV. Thank you so much for trusting your community with me. Cozy as well, that's why we're coming here. Oh, you're so sweet, thank you. Well, I hope that the vibes are being matched here. Stretch legs and lurk, need to eat something. Yes, go get some food. Bye. Shouldn't you have heard that from other people already? Fine, suit yourself, I huff, continuing to walk alongside him. And of course, when silence falls between the two of us, my stomach lets out a loud, long groan. I look at Xavier immediately. He looks at me with a blank stare. Then there's mirth in his eyes. Do you want something to eat? But it's so late now. Are you allowed to? I scan our surroundings, getting the feeling of being watched by countless eyes in the dark. Looking back at Xavier, he hesitates for a few seconds before he adjusts his grip on the umbrella, shielding us completely from view. He hurries, so I walk faster to catch up with him. We almost end up running. When we leave those gazes behind, Xavier and I stand under the shade on the side of the street. We eat bread as we watch the endless rain. I take a bite out of my bread and glance at Xavier, my gaze eventually landing on the sword on his back. Xavier, can I look at your sword? He's a little confused, but he still takes his sword out of its sheath and hands it to me. All of a sudden, I feel nervous. I wipe both my hands on my shirt and take it from him. I run my hand along the wooden sword, feeling every groove beneath my fingertips. Wooden swords aren't sharpened, and Xavier's isn't any different. Even though there are countless marks from wear and tear, anyone can see that the quality of this sword is beyond average. Xavier, why do you train so much? You rarely take breaks when you train, and you're always carrying a sword around. It's not that I like it. Xavier throws the empty wrapper into the trash. It's the only thing I've been good at since I was a child. I give him a confused look, waiting for him to continue, but he doesn't keep talking. Instead, with a glimmer in his eyes, he changes the subject. When did you say the meteor shower was? Next week. Why? Do you want to come with me? I look up at Xavier with hope in my eyes, watching him stand there in silence. He seems hesitant, but within seconds, his expression stiffens. I follow his gaze, my smile fading from my face. A group of familiar men are standing there, with us under the shade. They say nothing, but their intentions are clear. Like a wall, the heavy rain is going to separate us. I look at Xavier, but he just stands there, staring at them. The tension between us continues to crumble, ready to collapse at any given moment. Finally, after a long silence, he gives in. As the rain falls on him, Xavier hands me the still dripping umbrella and leaves with them. Later, I asked Xavier what would happen if he didn't leave that night. He thinks about it and says to reach for freedom is to give up. It took me a long time to understand what he meant. What does that mean? If wishing on a star does make your wish come true, then I wish I could be healthy. Then I can wait another 100 years to watch the meteor shower with Xavier. What does that mean? Freedom? Reaching for freedom for him would be giving up. Why? Friction. I didn't think my heart would start acting up before I could even wish upon a star. The Academy's AC works without any care for the patients, blasting cold air into the room. I crack open an eye to glance at Xavier. It's only then I realize the cold isn't coming from the AC. A single movement from our eyes could break this silence. I haven't thought of how to explain myself yet, so I turn my back to him. I listen to the rattle of the medicine bottle in his hands. It rattles and rattles and rattles and rattles. It's a little irritating, but soon enough, he puts it down with a clack. How long were you going to hide this from me if you didn't faint in class today? Don't pretend to be asleep. I know you're awake. His tone is soft, but it makes it all the more difficult to avoid him. I turn around, deciding to face this head-on. Where do I start? I thought about how to answer this question. I can tearfully recount the story of my birth, or I can say it's a rare birth defect and there's nothing we can do. I just never thought my words would turn into incomprehensible mush by the time they reached my mouth. I stumble through my explanation, and I don't even know if he understood any of it. I sit up on the bed, pretending to be patient as I wait for him to say something. What's protocore syndrome? He looks up at me after reading the label on the medicine bottle. It's probably a terminal illness that makes my heart weaker and weaker? Is there no cure? There is, but we need a special protocore. What kind? They say there's a protocore that can cure any illness. Xavier doesn't respond, but I can see his eyebrows scrunch up and his eyes dancing across the room. Philos is huge. It will take ages to find it. Don't worry. I'll be all right for now because of the medicine. Besides, maybe a miracle might happen and I'll be cured. I speak quickly, hoping to ease the tension, but when Xavier glances at me, he looks completely unfazed. Quietly, he turns to observe the sunset from the window. Then, he looks back at me. Let's watch the meteor shower together. Oh. He understands. Wait, is that us? Is this us being reborn? I feel like it is. Because protocore syndrome? Weak heart? Incineration. The late autumn wind blows away the last of the humid summer, carefree in its passing. It's almost been 24 hours since I last slept. I lie in bed, tossing and turning, unable to steady my restless heart. I can only wait for the darkened sky to light up again, and then wait for the brightened sky to darken once more. Then, my alarm rings in the early hours of the next morning. The train ride is bumpy. After it stops at the station, I'm still a long way from Sky Mirror Salt Flat. As I walk, I go from a stroll to a run. Running across the moonlit slope and through the winding path, I finally see the mirror-like lake that's akin to a shard of a dream. And standing in the center of the flat, underneath the still starry sky, is a familiar figure. This is the first time I've seen Xavier without his uniform. His figure is perfectly illuminated by the moonlight. I hurry to him, stepping into the water that doesn't even reach my ankles. Xavier turns, the breeze bringing a sweet, cool, refreshing scent reminiscent of moonlight to me. He grabs my hand unexpectedly, taking me to the trestle bridge to sit. I sit with one leg over the other, swinging them over the edge. I remember something and begin to look around. Xavier sits down next to me. Then, as though he can read my mind, he says, "You don't have to check, they're not here." Truly? You got rid of them? Yes. I vaguely sense Xavier's gaze being a little evasive, but quickly, his eyes become even brighter from the light reflected on the ground. Why are you thinking about others when you requested I watch the meteor shower with you? Before I can answer, a star flies across the salt flat's reflection. It's starting! Xavier and I look up at the same time. The dark, inky sky is illuminated by various colors. Clusters of stars light up the sky one after the other, appearing and disappearing. It's as if only Xavier and I exist in the world, and only the two of us see this meteor shower. I clasp my hands and make a wish. When I open my eyes, I see Xavier is also doing the same thing. I ask what he wished for, but he shakes his head and says he can't tell me. We sit there, between heaven and earth, until the sky turns lilac. Then we stand up. Wait, I have something I want to give you. I hastily unzip my bag. I pull out a sword tassel with a star-shaped charm and hold it up to Xavier's face. He's shocked, then takes it from me. Did you make this yourself? He asks. I did. I know it's sort of ugly, but it looks good. He interrupts me and then hands the tassel back. Can you help me put it on? I smile at Xavier and put the tassel on his sword. I give one last look full of longing to the salt flat. I try to drag him back the way we came, but I notice he stopped moving. What's wrong? His second bond would shed some light if you've unlocked it. Oh, maybe I can see after. We've only gone through the Anecdotes so far and World Underneath. I don't think I did the bonds. I did Caleb's bond and I did Zayne's bond, but we can go look and see if I have Xavier's bond, actually. There's so much stuff to unlock and read through. Xavier quietly stares at me. Can I hug you? What? Thinking I misheard him, I look into his eyes for confirmation. Can I hug you? He repeats himself. His tone is soft, fluttering to my ears like the wind. Before I can react, he takes a few steps closer and leans down to hug me, all in one motion, executed with calm precision. I'm stunned. Then, my hands slowly climb up his back. So, this is what it feels like to hug him. Thank you. My wish came true. He whispers into my ear. Next time there's a meteor shower, let's visit this place again. I nod. I wish time stopped at this moment, and I hope my wish can come true. But was this the price I had to pay for my selfishness? Ever since that night, which was the brightest point of my life, everything became fleeting, fading like a shooting star. Oh my gosh, I feel like crying. Why does this sound so sad? Why? Because is this us? Like another I feel like this is another reincarnation of us, and maybe Xavier's finally like seen it, right? And now he's like, cuz I mean, like, I'm trying to remember. I don't 100% remember when he said this, but didn't we see like it was like a pretty monumental like event with the moon or something? And maybe it was like a text or like a phone call from Xavier, and we were like, oh, there's like this big moon event today, Xavier, like come watch it with me. And then I think MC says something about like, oh, you know, next year do you want to, you know, go see it with other people? And I think Xavier basically says, no, I only want to see it with you. I'm gonna cry. Why do I feel like crying? Why does this feel so sad? Okay. Oh, okay. It's not done yet. We're not done. We can't predict it. We're not done. The anecdote still has 1 chapter left. Okay. Stardust Trail. It's an awful disease. Ever since the meteor shower, I've only gotten more ill. My trips to the hospital became more and more frequent until one day I simply couldn't leave. It's nothing I didn't expect. It's just I didn't expect it to be so soon. What actually surprised me was that I never saw Xavier again. He just disappeared without a trace. No one knew where he went. I tried to contact him, of course, but to no avail. 1, 2, 3 days pass, and I get more and more anxious. Just as I sneak out of my room with barely enough strength to leave the hospital room, I recall what he said about how reaching for freedom is to give up. Did he lose his freedom when he went to watch the meteor shower with me? I lie on the hospital bed every day, tossing and turning, deep in thought like the night before the meteor shower. But the sky doesn't light up any quicker with my dark thoughts. Likewise, no matter how much I think about Xavier, he doesn't appear. Even if I am stupid, it's hard to miss the fact that my days are numbered. I can tell from the look on the nurse's face whenever she comes in. Besides, this withering heart is mine. Exactly 1 month after the meteor shower, I force myself to sneak out of the hospital and return to the salt flat, even if it's for that promise. I have a feeling he'll be there. It's amazing to hear the salt crunch beneath my feet, despite it not being too long ago. I was able to run and jump the last time I was here. I sit on the trestle bridge for a long time, longer than I did on the night I watched the meteor shower with Xavier. After all, there is no next time. Just as I prepare to leave, I see a star reflected in the distance. It hangs on the pommel of a wooden sword, swinging this way and that. It's Xavier. He's running. To me. He stops in front of me. It's only then that I notice the wounds on his hands and face. Catching his breath, he holds out his hand, showing me a small, glowing protocore. This is the first time he's looked at me with desperation in his eyes. When he moves closer, I notice a ring of light around his neck. It's striking, suffocating red. Did you exchange your freedom for this? He doesn't answer. He says this is the protocore that can save me. He found it. But this withering heart is still in me. It's a flickering candle about to go out at any moment. Holding on only by my desire to see Xavier again, I reach out and touch the wounds on his face. Some of the blood has already dried. I don't understand why Xavier, so calm and clever, could risk his life without a thought. He's willing to dive headfirst into danger for this dying heart of mine. It's too late. I want to touch Xavier's neck, but I only grab air. Return the protocord to where you found it. All right? Why do I want to cry? Xavier doesn't say anything. He clutches the protocord until his knuckles turn white. You promised we would watch the meteor shower again. We have our own destinies. Some things can't be forced. I reach out and poke the corner of his mouth. Don't be sad. I've been very happy this past month. I don't know why, but even though I don't want to cry, tears begin to fall just as I finish speaking. Xavier wipes them away. Around us, the mirror-like salt flat connects heaven and earth, making the sky seem so boundless. And at the same time, it makes us feel so small. Talk to me. I point at the space beside me, letting him sit a little closer. His gaze softens. After a while, he relaxes his grip on the protocord, letting it fall to the ground, and sits beside me. If I wasn't sick, would you watch the stars with me? Yes. Xavier puts an arm around me, letting me lean on his shoulder. Not just the stars. I'll show you the mountains and rivers. The sun and the moon, we'll see them together. This is just like the freaking event quest, like, that happened literally a week ago. Where he was like, we'll go on adventures and we'll see all these different sceneries because that's the real treasure. Oh my god, my fucking heart. Okay, but not the mountains. Hiking is a lot of work. I don't want to. No matter what happens, I'll be by your side, and no matter how long you rest, I'll wait for you. Alright, since you insist, I'll just have to agree. Leaning on Xavier's shoulder and dreaming of a disease-free future makes me happy. I feel my strength gradually disappear. I use whatever I have left to look up at the sky. It's a shame. There are no stars tonight. There is one. I see him hold out his hand in front of me, his palm glowing. It's like that time in the auditorium, but tonight the light seems brighter. His shooting star is shining for me again. I close my eyes and whisper my final wish. I wish to meet you in my next life. I wonder if that will come true. It will. He holds my hand. It's nice and warm. I nod reassuringly at him. Then I feel as though someone is calling my name from above. My eyelids feel heavy. Then I can't open them anymore. In the final moments of my life, I feel like I'm being held. I hear sounds similar to stars burning in the sky, one after the other, as if another brilliant, grand meteor shower has appeared. With the scent reminiscent of the moon, a warm, gentle voice reaches my ear like a shooting star. No matter how many times it takes, no matter where you are, I will find you. Is this like a past us? Is this a future us? I'm confused. This is so sad. I just want to cry. Let's go see if we've unlocked a bond for him. The second bond, you said? We do have it. I need to... Okay, let's see. What do we have? So, I also have a second bond here that I need to do. And... Lover 55. Okay, don't have that yet. What about... Okay, they only have... one bond each for these. Okay, we probably need to do the boys' bonds at some point. Love, angst, depression, sadness. Dude, I want to cry. That was so sad. It started off so cute, like, oh, classmates passing notes to each other, and then the person narrating goes, oh, but I'm not a normal philo citizen. because I'm not gonna see 100 years. And then Xavier was like, at first, no, I don't want to go watch the stars. But then he's like, oh my god, let's go watch the stars. My heart. Georgie, welcome in. How are you? Happy Sunday. I want to cry. Actually, I'm gonna go cry a little bit. I need to go pee, and I'm gonna go grab some tissues. So, let me be right back. We're gonna do more anecdotes. I just need... Let me... Fuck, hold on. I'm so flustered right now. Okay, I need to go reset myself because that was really sad. And we're gonna do the next one. Please don't be sad too, Zayne. Yours was the saddest anecdote for number 2. I'm a little bit worried about how sad this one is gonna be. So give me a second to just reset. We will be back. Welcome in action. I'm gonna go pee and I'm gonna go wipe my face and wash it a little bit because I need maybe a little splash of cold water. When we are back, we will continue with Zayne's anecdote, Still in Dark. Okay, so BRB, you guys, take this chance to stretch your legs, get some water, get a lot of tissues. Oh no. I will be back with a lot of tissues. Okay. BRB, you guys. I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Okay, I am back. I've been here for a while but didn't want to interrupt the stories. No worries. Thank you so much for hopping in. I really appreciate the support. Okay. I am back. I have refilled on water. Let me drink some. Welcome back. Okay. I'm about to get fucked up. All right, let's go. Let's see how sad this can get. Okay. Just reset my pose to make sure that I'm not slouching. Here we go. Zayne's third anecdote, still in dark. Visitor. When Zayne first appeared, Georgie thought he had seen the Grim Reaper. He and his mother cowered in a corner with no means of escaping, pursued relentlessly by a monster. Letting out a terrifying roar, the creature approached them. It wore human clothing and bore a human-like visage, but its veiny skin grotesquely bulged. Its pupils glowed a sinister, unnatural blue. Its aura was anything but human. Suddenly, his mother pushed Georgie away. With all her might, she embraced the monster, and from beneath its skin, strange tendrils burst forth, resembling eerie blue hooks. They embedded themselves into her. Through the tears blurring his vision, Georgie saw a black figure enter the alley. Just as clouds parted, cold moonlight illuminated the person's black coat. He drew closer, his face expressionless, a sharp dagger in human form. "Help!" The child's voice, young and shaky, cut abruptly through the dark, narrow alley. The monster released the hooks in Georgie's mother and whirled around to pounce on the figure. A garbled roar resounded. A starved beast had spotted easy prey. The man took off the black leather glove on his right hand. Georgie caught only a glimpse of a thin beam of light shining between the man's fingers. It was shaped like a shard of ice. In the blink of an eye, it hurled itself toward the monster, piercing its heart. Frozen and nailed in place by an invisible force, the monster gazed down at its impaled chest, gasping for air. The man walked toward it. With each step, the tendrils on the monster's body fractured, bit by bit. Zokanmon, how are you? Welcome in. Thank you for the hydrate. Hope you are doing well. I saw that you were recently part of a cool project between like Big Rice Piano and like Ian Chris and all those other peeps. Hopefully you have been doing good. Welcome in. One second. I am sobbing to my friends about Xavier's third anecdote. Okay. Okay, so this has to be Zayne, right? Okay, so when he reached the creature, it collapsed. Its body convulsed a few times before becoming motionless. He bent down to inspect its corpse, then slipped his leather glove back on. The monster dissipated like mist, leaving behind only dark blue fragments. "Are you the Grim Reaper?" Georgie asked. The man's gaze lingered on the mother and son. His crystalline pupils gleamed with an inorganic luster under the moonlight. He didn't respond and turned to leave. The clouds once again hid the moon, and his shadow swiftly merged with the darkness of the alley. The second time Georgie encounters Zayne, it's at a convenience store. 1 month has passed since then. Actually, Georgie has observed him for several days. Zayne lives in an apartment nearby. His outings are unpredictable, and whenever Georgie tries to follow him to see where he goes, he always ends up losing sight of him. The only place Zayne consistently visits is this convenience store. He always picks up a box of chocolates, placed at the front of the shelf, and proceeds to check out, seemingly indifferent to the kind of chocolate. Georgie finally musters the courage to approach Zayne just after he finishes paying. Hello, we've met before. I'm Georgie. I know you come here every day to buy chocolate. This is imported chocolate. Here. Oh, should I do a boy voice? Hello, we've met before. That's not how I do a boy voice. I can't do my boy voice right now. Okay, enough joking around. The 11-year-old boy, noticeably smaller and frailer than other children, lifts a large glass jar he's holding. Inside it are exquisitely wrapped chocolates in colorful foil wrappers. Looking up at the man towering over him, the boy asks, "Could you help me find the person who killed my mom?" Zayne stares at the young boy, his expression unreadable. After a moment, in a voice as cold as ice, he replies, "That is something you should ask the police about." Mystery. Detective Ivan thinks he's about to die when he sees Zayne for the first time. Hummus tweet? Okay, 1 second. He's like, oh, do I hear something? Hermes! A treat from Uncle Jihi. Say thank you, Uncle Jihi. Thank you, Uncle Jihi. Good boy. You're so gentle, Hermes. Yes, my gentle baby. You're my gentle giant. Good boy. I love you. Good boy, Hermes. Thank you for the treat, Jihi. The man standing before him, known within the police department as Dawnbreaker, is a mysterious serial killer. He leaves no corpses behind, only scattered fragments of an unknown dark blue substance. If it weren't for surveillance cameras that had captured footage of him committing the murders, these victims would simply be considered missing people. And unlike normal murders, this resembles complete erasure. The victims vary in gender, age, and identity, but the only thing they have in common is the shards left at the crime scene. This baffles Ivan the most. The fragments emitting a faint blue glow remind him of a wanderer's protocore. Long before Ivan's generation was born, wanderers had appeared on Earth, and as far back as he can remember, wanderers roamed the city, prompting people to spend most of their time indoors to avoid them. Many simple tasks were delegated to robots, and people indulged in VR to pass their remaining years. Ivan was taught that wanderers were amalgamations of energy, so why do the victims leave behind a substance resembling a protocore after death? Is the material all that remains of the victims? Or could this mysterious serial killer be specifically hunting humans who possess such things in their bodies? Using this as a criterion, the AI system identifies who will most likely be the next victim. By the time Ivan arrives, Dawnbreaker is already attacking the target. His cold face is hidden by his black coat. Ivan can't make out the sharp object the man wields. He fires his gun. The bullet doesn't hit the murderer, but Ivan's eyes widen when he realizes what's happening. The target, an elderly man who's close to dying, suddenly lunges at Dawnbreaker in one swift movement. Several hook-like tendrils erupt from the old man's skin, and one pierces Dawnbreaker's arm. Under the streetlight, the foreign substance on the old man's body glows a sinister blue, which grows from his skin. Dawnbreaker doesn't even flinch. In his other hand, a slender beam of light appears again. This time, Ivan sees it clearly. It's a shard of ice. The moment it pierces the old man's chest, the tendrils on his body instantly shatter. He's discovered the murder weapon and the origin of the dark blue fragment at the crime scenes. Ivan raises his gun again, but with a wave of the Dawnbreaker's hand, both Ivan's hand and gun are instantly frozen by blackened ice crystals. Calling hit! Ivan couldn't even finish his sentence. An icicle grazes his cheek, pinning his communicator to the wall behind him. The body on the ground dissipates into black mist, leaving Ivan dumbstruck. This resembles the unique way wanderers vanish after being destroyed. He wasn't human, Ivan murmurs to himself. Dawnbreaker's indifferent gaze sweeps over him, then he turns around, his black coat blending into the shadows of the night. Since that day, Ivan has reviewed the surveillance footage from every crime scene trying to find that black silhouette. But the individual is an intangible enigma, vanishing into the jumble of pixelated images. However, Ivan's efforts aren't entirely fruitless. The identity of the latest Jane Doe has been revealed. She was a worker in an underground protocore factory and laid off a few months ago. More importantly, she had an 11-year-old son named Georgie. And it just so happens an orphanage had recently filed a missing person report for a boy named Georgie who was under their care. Ivan's police intuition tells him that following this clue could very well lead him to Dawnbreaker. Dawnbreaker, my beloved? Oh no, something sad is gonna happen. Something sad is already happening. He's being pinned as a murderer, a serial killer even. He's firmly convinced the next time they meet, he'll arrest the serial killer and bring him to justice. I don't know about that, dude. Shelter. Zayne isn't surprised to see the little boy at his apartment door. When he left during the day, he noticed the glass jar full of chocolates placed by the door, like bait sitting in a trap. It waited for its prey to be ensnared. A small head peeked out, barely visible behind the stairwell. Zayne chose to ignore him and continued walking downstairs. When Zayne returns, it's already deep into the night. The little boy is asleep by the door, clutching the jar. His small head almost droops to the ground, hushed mumbles in his dreams. The only thing he can hear clearly is one word, Mom. With the hallway lights off, darkness envelops them. Zayne looks down at the curled-up child. He reaches into his coat pocket only to find it empty. He ran out of chocolate. Zayne takes 2 steps forward and kneels down next to the boy. Georgie wakes up from the rustling, opening his eyes to a dark silhouette close by. Is this like... Sorry, brain is thinking, because we don't... Are we in this story? Is this... This can't be Zayne... Like, this can't be... What am I trying to say? This can't be the Zayne that we know. Is this Zayne in the future? Like, does he become a serial killer? Maybe because all the, hold on. My brain is trying to connect the dots. Maybe because MC dies or something. God forbid. MC dies in the future. And, clearly the people that he is killing, are not really people because they're being overtaken by whatever is happening inside them that turns them into wanderers. And we know that Ever has been experimenting on people and perhaps putting protocors into their hearts. And sometimes that can turn a person into a wanderer, right? So maybe this is like in the distant future when we've died and now Zayne has taken on this mantle to help the city. I don't know. Okay, that's my guess. Okay. Zayne takes 2 steps forward and kneels down next to the boy. Georgie wakes up from the rustling, opening his eyes to a dark silhouette close by. Cold, pale fingers twist the glass jar's lid. Panicked, Georgie watches a hand pluck 1 chocolate from the jar, unwrap it, raise it, and place it into a man's mouth. His eyes meet an emotionless gaze, its coldness jolting him awake. Tentatively, Georgie says, "Are you going to help me?" Zayne silently stands up. Desperate, the boy tugs at the hem of Zayne's coat. You ate my chocolate! You accepted my payment! Zayne opens the door and walks into the apartment, his coat slipping from Georgie's grasp. However, the door doesn't close. Georgie lifts his head and sees him standing at the doorway, his hand resting on the door. Are you letting me in? After Georgie tentatively steps inside, Zayne lets go of the door and walks away. He sits on the sofa. Georgie looks around. The room lacks decorations and the furniture is extremely simple. The only hint of humanity is the faint cracks on the grayish-white walls, signs of age and neglect. In the center of the living room is a holographic screen displaying what appears to be a very old TV show. On the screen, a man in a white coat is treating a patient. Georgie cautiously sits on the edge of the sofa and sneaks glances at Zayne. The seemingly emotionless killer is now engrossed in an outdated TV drama. The scene, full of contradictions, gradually emboldens the young boy. Aren't you tired? Zayne asks. What is this? It looks like a TV show from decades ago. In the room, aside from dialogue from the TV drama, the young boy's voice passes through the quietness. Mom used to say only rich people can afford to go to the doctor. Suddenly, Zayne gets up. Georgie shrinks back, afraid he's about to be thrown out of the apartment. However, Zayne only takes the glass jar from Georgie. He returns to his seat, unwraps a chocolate, and puts it in his mouth. He eats them, one after another, as if the chocolates were his dinner. Do adults really enjoy sweets like this? As Georgie thinks about it, his stomach grumbles. Zayne's gaze remains fixed on the screen, but he passes the chocolate jar to him. Chocolate doesn't make me full, Georgie says. What do you usually eat? Zayne pauses, then stands up and opens the refrigerator. Georgie follows him and looks inside, surprised to see rows of bottles filled with nutrient solutions neatly stacked. You live on these? Unfazed, Zayne watches as Georgie, driven by hunger, takes a bottle and drinks it. The bland, flavorless liquid gives an immediate sense of fullness but lacks the satisfaction of a real meal. Can someone who sustains themselves solely on such a liquid be considered human? This question flickers through Georgie's mind as he watches the man who's returned to eating chocolates on the sofa. Yet to label him the Grim Reaper seems too contradictory when he's clearly fond of something as simple as chocolate. Georgie doesn't dwell on this question for too long. Having not slept soundly for several days, he soon succumbs to the overwhelming wave of drowsiness once he relaxes. When Georgie opens his eyes again, sunlight streams through the window and into the living room, making the glass jar on the coffee table sparkle. And the jar, which was brimming with chocolates last night, is now only half full. Rubbing his eyes, Georgie sits up on the sofa and sees Zayne carrying a pot with a budding jasmine from the bedroom. Wearing a t-shirt, Zayne looks more like a college student who lives next door rather than the Grim Reaper in a coat. Georgie is stunned, watching him place the pot on the windowsill so it can bask in the sun. Zayne waters and prunes the jasmine. As he gazes at the white bud, the sunlight reflects into Zayne's eyes, lending a soft glow to his otherwise emotionless pupils. Do you like plants? As Zayne continues to snip, he shakes his head. Then, did someone important give that to you? Zayne glances down at the boy and remains silent. What should I do to get you to talk to me? Georgie's frustration in the endless silence nears despair. He picks up the glass jar from the coffee table, trying one last time. You've eaten a lot of my chocolate, so you have to help me find out who killed my mom. Must have been one of those monsters that chased us before. Only you can help me. Zayne pauses. He puts down the gardening scissors and leaves the jasmine in the sun. Then he turns and walks into the bedroom. Perplexed, Georgie follows Zayne and sees him opening a closet filled with only black clothes. It's like a wardrobe dedicated to funerals. And aside from the wardrobe and bed, there are no other pieces of furniture in the bedroom. Next to the bed is a holographic screen. Unlike the outdated TV drama in the living room, this displays countless moving green dots. What's that? Unsurprisingly, Georgie's question is met with silence. Zayne, wearing his black coat once more, reverts to the Reaper-like appearance Georgie saw before. Georgie follows Zayne out of the apartment and they arrive at the convenience store. This time, Zayne heads straight for the refrigerated aisles. Methodically scanning rows of various flavored sodas, eventually he picks a bottle from the top shelf, its packaging unremarkable. Is it any good? Georgie can't help but ask. Zayne pauses for a moment, then grabs another bottle. He also slips a jar of chocolate into Georgie's arms before proceeding to check out. After leaving the store, Georgie takes a few sips from his soda. The flavor isn't anything extraordinary. Zayne opens his bottle and starts pouring it out. Before Georgie can react, the liquid solidifies in midair. A popsicle? It looks weird. People used to call it an old popsicle. Zayne looks at the popsicle in his hand and takes a bite. He appears to savor the taste. So you like stuff other than chocolates and nutrient drinks, Georgie adds, even though it's still very strange. Oop. Zayne doesn't mind his comment, and the two walk down the street. There aren't many people around. It's to be expected because wanderers are present and people prefer to stay indoors as much as possible. The city's outdoors belongs to robots, wanderers, and weeds. With the chocolate-filled jar in his arms, Georgie follows Zayne. Zayne takes long strides and Georgie has to jog to keep up. Just as he catches up, Zayne suddenly stops and Georgie almost runs into him. He sees Zayne standing outside an abandoned plaza with overgrown grass. Following his gaze, a patch of jasmine flowers blooms amidst the decaying city. The vibrant white blossoms stand out in the desolate surroundings. Zayne walks over to the bench facing the jasmines and sits down. Touching the bench, Georgie realizes it's clean. Do you often come here? Zayne doesn't deny it and takes out a book from his coat pocket. Georgie sits down beside him, eating chocolates from the jar. Curious, he looks at the contents of the book. The cover is worn, the text faded. Georgie tilts his head and reads out loud, Lincoln City Travel Guide? Where's Lincoln City? Do you want to go there? Are we not in Lincoln? And Zayne is clearly young still because he said he looked like a college student. So then this being in the future isn't right. Keep going. My brain is trying to catch up. Okay. Zayne grabs a chocolate from the jar and eats it, flipping through the pages of the book. Georgie notices several marked locations in the travel guide. Museums, ski resorts, parks, and some places that seem to be restaurant recommendations. Lincoln City Axo Hospital. This looks like a place from a long time ago. Georgie's eyes widen. Is this book very old? As old as my grandpa? No, it should be even older than that, but I've never met my grandpa or my dad for that matter. Zayne calmly glosses over the boy's mumbled words. Why are you interested in an old city? The boy looks up at him. Zayne stares at the nearby jasmine, something fleeting, briefly cracking his expressionless face. I often dream of that place. Dream. So is it like a dream world? Is this Nightmare. Last night, Zayne dreamed that he and a girl bought all kinds of snacks and even froze soda into the shape of a popsicle. Similar dreams visited him almost every night. In these dreams, he's a surgeon. His dreams keep overlapping with scenes of a doctor's life, and a constant reoccurring presence is a girl. He was 12 the first time he had such a dream, but the dreams didn't happen in a particular order. They were fragmented. So when he was 12, he already knew the doctor in his dreams would meet that girl at 27. With how frequent these dreams are, he slowly thinks that the doctor is him, or rather, he wants to become the person loved by the girl in his dreams. He records them, hoping to find their traces in the barren city. The place called Lincoln City from years ago, the landmarks that can only be found in travel guides, the food, flavors, and plants in his dreams, he wants to experience them as best he can. And if it's possible, he wants his warm dreams to consume him. Zayne steps out of the bathroom, blood still flowing from his arm, from the wounds inflicted by the abomination. He looks at his reflection in the mirror to see his scar-riddled body. It's a sight he's grown accustomed to. As usual, he dries himself off and puts on his clothes. The boy is asleep on the couch again. Zayne runs his hand through his hair and grabs a blanket, tossing it over the boy. He sits down and watches the medical drama on the holographic screen. As he eats chocolate, the boy suddenly lets out a loud scream. Georgie jumps up from the couch, gasping for air. I had a nightmare! Terrified, Georgie looks at the calm Zayne before gradually coming to his senses. I dreamt that there was a monster inside me. It burst out from my chest. The boy's voice trembles, tears welling up in his eyes as he gives Zayne a pleading look. My mom said dreams are the opposite of reality. Is that true? Zayne thinks for a moment and presses a button on the remote. The screen suddenly changes from a medical drama to an animated film accompanied by a soft female voice. A long time ago, there was a man named Zhuangzi. He dreamt he was a graceful butterfly. When he woke up, that feeling remained. He couldn't tell if he was a butterfly dreaming. Daya, welcome in. Hello, hello. He couldn't tell if he was a butterfly dreaming of being Zhuangzi, or if Zhuangzi dreamt of being a butterfly. Georgie stares at the screen where elegant dialogue transforms into dancing butterflies and then into a historical figure. Confused, he mutters, Maybe I'm just a monster's dream? When will it wake up? The boy turns to Zayne. And what about you? You said you were dreaming of a place called Lincoln City. Who are you in your dreams? Zayne switches back to the medical drama, where the protagonist is performing a very risky surgery. Do you dream of being a doctor? Wow, this boy is very perceptive. Hi, Daya, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Zayne pauses, then nods. Then, do you appear in that doctor's dream? Maybe to him you're also a nightmare. Zayne looks down at the boy. Zayne does have nightmares about black crystals and hurting MC. Who appears innocent and concerned. In the dim light, he can tell Georgie has a small protrusion, a bump under his eye. Georgie, staring at Zayne's unblinking gaze, can't help but feel a little scared. I was joking. Don't be mad. Behind Zayne, a blackened ice blade begins to form in his hand. Oh no. We're not related, so I understand if you don't want to help me find the killer. The boy lowers his head, unable to meet Zayne's gaze. But I have a request. Tomorrow is my 12th birthday. Can you celebrate it with me? I promise to leave afterward. Oh. can get through this. I can get through this. I can get through this. It's fine. I can survive. Zayne is taken aback. The ice blade quietly melts away. Silently, he stands up, turns off the screen, and walks back to his room. Is that a yes? The boy's voice, filled with disbelief, resounds behind him. Poor fellow Georgie! That's right, Georgie! You're in the story! How do you feel as a fellow Georgie? In Zayne's bedroom, on the screen, a red dot begins to grow amidst countless green ones. The coordinates of the red dot show that it's right next to Zayne. Just before the alarm rings, Zayne turns off the screen. Good night. His voice is cold. He closes the bedroom door. Oh no. Birthday. The next day, Zayne goes through his usual routine of moving the jasmine to the windowsill to soak up the sunlight. He waters it. After that, he puts on a black coat and takes the boy with him. Zayne leads Georgie into a dessert place, where the robots behind the glass window are diligently making cakes and pastries. Is this for me? The boy's face is filled with surprise. Zayne taps on the holographic menu and adds a macaron to their meal. He turns to meet the boy's curious gaze. I dreamt about it last night. The boy's eyes widen. The doctor in your dream ate a macaron? Another person did as well, Zayne says, taking a seat by the window. Georgie sits down by Zayne. Will the doctor also dream of you celebrating my birthday? Zayne looks out the floor-to-ceiling window. Maybe. They are the only customers here. The robots play happy birthday and bring out a cake with 12 candles. Georgie's face lights up with a smile for the first time. I already want to cry. Besides my mom, you're the first person to celebrate my birthday with me. He clasps... Hold on. Okay. He clasps his hands together and closes his eyes. My wish is to find the person who killed Mom. When he opens his eyes, a subtle blue glow emanates under his skin. Georgie smiles at Zayne and blows out the candles in one breath. They devour the cake, and a bit of frosting accidentally lands on Georgie's face. It reveals a childlike innocence that matches his age. When's your birthday? The boy looks up. Zayne eats the colorful macaron. I don't celebrate birthdays. You never celebrated your birthday before? The boy's eyes widen. I stopped after I turned 12. Why? The macaron's overwhelming sweetness fills his mouth, but Zayne still wants another. Zayne's dreams began on his 12th birthday. His adoptive father became an abomination, hook-like tendrils growing inside him. He attacked his wife and son. Zayne watched helplessly as his adoptive mother died before his eyes. When his adoptive father lunged at him, Zayne chose to use his evil. He stabbed the ice into his adoptive father's heart. That was Zayne's first kill. It was also his first time freezing an abomination, preventing them from turning into wanderers. He never celebrated his birthday ever since. Later that night, he dreamt of himself in a doctor's white coat treating a girl. Dreams have become his only solace ever since. Even after the cake is finished, Zayne doesn't reply. Determined, Georgie lowers his head. When is your birthday? I'll bring you different kinds of chocolate. Astonished, Zayne looks at the boy. Outside the floor-to-ceiling window, the sun sinks into the horizon, casting a brilliant yet melancholic glow upon the desolate city. The sunset is so pretty. Georgie gazes out the window in awe. I used to live with Mom in a dorm at the factory. It doesn't have windows, so I've only seen sunsets in VR games. Zayne suddenly asks, what if you look at the sunset and feel nothing at all one day? What's the difference between that and being dead? Georgie turns, displaying a maturity beyond his years. Hello, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. Hello, hello. What were you up to? Stray? Oh, is that the cat game? Welcome in, raiders. Hello, hello. My name is Princess. I'm a variety VTuber here on Twitch, and today we are playing some Love and Deep Space. We are doing a lot of the text-based lore and like character like stories. So it is sad today. It's a cozy stream because we're reading together and we're hanging out, but it is a very sad story. So you are welcome to stick around and hang out. But also, if you need to raid and run, I completely understand. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Princess. I play a lot of variety games here on Twitch, also on YouTube. I play Jump King, my favorite game of all time. I also play Final Fantasy XIV, and recently I've gotten into Love and Deep Space, you know? So yeah, welcome in. Hope you have a good evening. Thank you for trusting your community with me, Christian. Thank you. Mom used to say that dying with clarity is better than living like a corpse. All of a sudden, chaotic footsteps resound. Dozens of heavily armed police officers come into view, surrounding the dessert place with their guns raised. Bewildered, Georgie looks at Zayne. Detective Ivan walks in, raising his hands to show he's unarmed. We can negotiate as long as you let the child go. Panicked, Georgie stands up. We were just celebrating my birthday! Ivan looks at the candles and cake crumbs on the table, unable to hold back his anger. He's the person who murdered your mother. Zayne remains motionless. Taking this opportunity, Ivan steps forward and positions the boy behind him. However, when he turns around, the boy no longer looks human. A tendril below his eye has erupted through his skin, blood flowing like crimson tears. Georgie? Ivan freezes. The tendril extends as if it has a life of its own and hooks onto his arm. While the pain shoots through Ivan's arm, the blackened ice shard in Zayne's hand has already pierced Georgie's chest. Everything unfolds before Ivan's eyes in an instant. Georgie lowers his head, seeing blackened ice bloom like a flower on his chest. He stumbles. Sorry, so sad. Why is all of Zayne's anecdotes so sad? He stumbles and falls to the ground, his last sight being Zayne kneeling beside him. Tears well up in Georgie's eyes. What happened? Did the monster wake up? Zayne gently closes the boy's eyes. Georgie dissipates into black mist. The melody of Happy Birthday continues to echo in the dessert place under the setting sun. It's a final farewell. A crying princess when I get here. Classic. Welcome in, John. The story is very sad. Cover up. On a quiet hillside, two tombstones stand, one big and one small. Neither has photos or names. Zayne places a jar of chocolate in front of the small tombstone. He remembers the woman buried here. She approached him half a month ago, pleading for him to kill her. I know some wanderers were once human. She was frail but determined. Some of my coworkers turned into monsters. Terrifying things grew from their bodies. They attacked people and then became wanderers. I think it's related to our prolonged exposure to protocols, but the factory has kept this information a secret. When I tried to report it, they kicked me out. She extends her right hand, where a coin-sized bump has already formed on her knuckles. At this rate, I'll probably turn into one of them, right? When you saved me and my son, I knew you were someone who hunts monsters. I don't want to become a wanderer. I'm afraid that one day I'll lose control and hurt my son. It's better to die with clarity than live as a corpse. With tears in her eyes, the woman smiles. Please, kill me. Stopping by real quick to say hello, and I'll be sharing a ramen picture in the Discord an hour or so later. Little outing with my friends. Thank you for the head pat. I hope you have a good outing and have a tasty bowl of ramen. The sound of footsteps pulls Zayne out of his reminiscence as a thin, middle-aged detective approaches. He places a bouquet of flowers between the two tombstones. Gazing at the small tombstone, Ivan's heart feels an indescribable heaviness. I've always wondered. Did you know from the start that the child would turn? Is that why you kept him by your side? Zayne reaches into his pocket and pulls out 2 chocolates. He hands one to Ivan. Ivan hesitates for a moment, then takes it. I'm not sure how many people actually know, but the wanderers that roam the city now are not just energy clusters like they were in the beginning. Some of them were once human. My reports have been suppressed and my family has received death threats. The higher-ups don't want people to know. Zayne silently unwraps the chocolate and puts it in his mouth. How long do they want to hide it? Perhaps one day this world will be overrun by wanderers. Ivan suppresses the unease in his chest and takes a bite of the chocolate. All I can do now is to stop the investigation on Dawnbreaker and destroy the records. There's that way, no one will ever know of your existence. Hopefully, this will buy you more time to prevent the world from collapsing. Zayne looks at the detective. I hope this will be our last meeting. Ivan forces a smile. Yeah. If I see you again, does that mean I'm going to turn into a wanderer? His expression becomes solemn, his smile gone. If the time comes, please, don't hesitate to kill me. Ivan watches Zayne's dark silhouette fade into the blood-red sunset. He murmurs to himself, this time, justice stands with the Grim Reaper. A familiar melody drifts through the darkness. It's happy birthday? Happy birthday, Dr. Zayne! The girl's clear voice rings out, her smile warm like the morning sun. Is he dreaming again? From now on, I'll always be by your side for your birthday. The girl's sincere yet slightly shy expression makes him unable to resist the urge to caress her cheek. He lowers his hand and discovers they're holding hands. He reaches out, but right before touching the girl's cheek, she suddenly looks shocked. You aren't Dr. Zayne. Who are you? Oh. Is this in his birthday card? We gotta go look. We gotta go look. We gotta go look later. Brain. Okay, sorry. Brain is like, okay, birthday card, because Rafayel's birthday this year. I have no idea what happens to the birthday cards, but maybe we should go look at the birthday cards. Okay. Zayne abruptly wakes up. A gray wall stares back at him. The alarm resounds and the holographic screen starts flickering red again. Zayne takes a deep breath. What did that dream mean? How did the girl see him? It's as if she saw through time and space, through his dreams, to realize he's not the doctor. Zayne's gaze sweeps over the windowsill. The jasmine quietly blooms under the moonlight. Oh my god, that was so sad. Wait, it doesn't happen in the birthday card? So, Dawnbreaker is the nightmares that Zayne keeps seeing in his dreams. Oh my gosh, wasn't there like in the prologue to Tomorrow, wasn't there like a thing where he saw a little boy? Maybe that little boy was Georgie? This is especially sad because we just learned from literally his second anecdote that he remembers like every person that he couldn't save. For real, do you want the answer to this one? I want to know if the scene that I just read about us saying happy birthday to him, I assume it's us. I want to know if us saying happy birthday to him and not recognizing Zayne, right, is in one of the birthday cards. Does that happen in his birthday cards? Because I know there's a 2024 birthday card and a 2025 birthday card. That's what I want to know. Poor Zayne. He carries so much guilt with him. And even more so because he dreams of Dawnbreaker killing people with his power, his black ice. No, okay. It doesn't happen in his birthday card. I see. Boo, cowards! They should have put it in. But I guess that would be also too angsty. Oh, my heart hurts. Oh, my heart hurts because Dr. Zayne probably dreams of all the people that Dawnbreaker has killed. But Dawnbreaker... How does Dawnbreaker feel about Dr. Zayne? Especially because Dawnbreaker hurt MC? He must have, because Zayne dreams about that, right? Do you understand who Dawnbreaker is? So I guess from this, what I'm understanding, because of Prologue to Tomorrow, right, is Zayne dreams of Dawnbreaker. I don't quite understand, like maybe it's a parallel universe? I don't know. But Dr. Zayne, we have to say Dr. Zayne, I guess, because they're both Zaynes. Dr. Zayne dreams of Dawnbreaker, who has to kill... Maybe Dawnbreaker is like a Zayne reincarnation far in the future? But like they're connected in their dreams? I don't know. Parallel universe or far in the future reincarnation, whatever, right? So Dr. Zayne dreams of Dawnbreaker killing people who are like turning from being affected by like protocore energy, right? Like they turn into wanderers. So he kills them before they can fully manifest as a wanderer. And vice versa, Dawnbreaker, this version of Zayne, Dawnbreaker, dreams of Dr. Zayne's life where he isn't able to save everybody, but he is a doctor who does save people's lives, who is able to spend time with us, MC. Dawnbreaker is so lonely. We don't know why or how, like, we don't know when he hurt maybe his MC, or if she's alive still. Because I don't remember, like, Zayne's dream, does he actually hurt her? I don't think in Prologue to Tomorrow that was actually, like, clearly... I don't think it was, like, clearly mentioned, right? It always cuts out, like... Am I close? This is so sad. Rafayel. Please, Rafayel. You've almost got it? Okay. I feel like I might need to read something else to understand, but I got the gist of it, I think. Thank you for the head pet as well, by the way, Georgie. Okay, please, I pray, please. We got a really sad Xavier anecdote. You just gotta pick which it is, either current parallel universe or far in the future connected timeline by dream. I don't know, that's a hard choice. Because we know that Ever is experimenting with protocores being placed into people's hearts. So I would assume the natural evolution of that is over time, people are just affected by this like protocore energy sickness. Because they describe all of this as like almost apocalyptic, like dystopia. But then the boy didn't know Lincoln City. But then maybe like it's so far in the future that all records of Lincoln City were wiped. You know what I mean? I don't know. Okay. Rafayel, please. The other two boys' anecdotes were sadness and depression. Please also do not be sad and depressing, because my heart is not ready for this. It's called Siren's Song. Cliffhanger. Maverick finally arrives at the beach. The siren who deceived him sits on the rocks. She turns around, smiling amidst the fragmented waves. His bloodline that spanned 100 years has met its end, its family crest stained with the blood of loved ones. The siren is responsible. He cherished her, yet she dug out their hearts with her own hands. Remember, Zayne had mapped the same landmarks in his city from Lincoln. I thought that's how Dawnbreaker got those landmarks, was maybe he dreamed that Zayne was like marking them down. Hi Fuzz, welcome in. Sorry, no pie today. He wades through the shallow water and climbs onto the rocks. His hands are marred with scars. These bloody hands had once cradled the girl's face, gently caressing her exquisitely sculpted features. But her love is a web meticulously woven with lies. It's not gonna stop me. The seawater wets Maverick's clothes as he slowly opens his mouth, singing a melodious love song to his former lover. Also, are we at the deep into lore phase? How long till fanfic? We are deep in the lore, and I am in my feels because these stories are so sad. I hope you've been having a good Sunday, Fuzz. I haven't looked at fanfic yet, but you know, that might be the natural evolution that takes its course. Welcome in. It is the song she once taught him, a siren's ballad. This already starts off really sad. His voice fluctuates from deep below the waves to soaring high above the skies, from sunset to moonrise, from high tide to low tide. He sings with such passion that even the siren is captivated by his enchanting voice. Step by step, he approaches her, caressing the bloodstains on her face that have yet to be washed away. He embraces her, whispering tenderly in her ear as he reveals the hidden dagger concealed in his sleeve. He plunges it into her heart when the song reaches its climax. Crimson curtains descend like a cascade of blood, the lingering echoes of the ballad resonating within the vast opera house. On stage, the man portraying Maverick gracefully bows, his dim eyes hidden behind a mask. Only then does the audience awaken from the enchanting melody, erupting into thunderous applause. He will surely be the rising star of the opera world, a prodigy. I've already come up with the headline. Let's call it Resurgence of the Siren's Voice, Royal Opera House 10th Anniversary Performance. Just as everyone showers him with endless praise, a piercing scream seems to shatter the glass dome of the building, like claws tearing through a magnificent robe. Mr. Fallon he's dead! Behind the curtain, Rafayel leans against the backstage door, shutting out the cacophony. He closes his eyes and takes a few deep breaths. Finally, he can be himself. A searing pain throbs in his throat, pulsating in tandem with his heartbeat, rapidly stimulating his nerves. As he touches his Adam's apple, he pulls out a new tie from his leather briefcase, the smooth satin entwined between his fingers. The cool texture gradually envelops his neck. It's like sheathing a blade. The stage is adorned with a velvet carpet symbolizing the sea. His leather shoes step upon it, absorbing all the background noise. The performance is far from over. Attention, please! Non-essential personnel, please evacuate immediately! As a renowned private detective from a prominent family-owned local business, Lewis also received an invitation to tonight's performance and is now pushing against the frantic crowd. He manages to calm himself and sneaks through the stage entrance. He hides behind the stage lights behind the curtain, observing the situation. In the center of the VIP box, the deceased is now surrounded by barricade tape, still maintaining the seated position from when he watched the show. With a smile, he looks like the sculpture of a murder victim. Lewis senses something breeze by him. Someone is walking on the stage behind the curtain. He pulls back the curtain, but he only catches a glimpse of a person lowering the brim of their hat, disappearing through the exit. Stage manager. In the heart of Verona, Rafayel pushes open the cafe door. Before the tinkling of the wind chime fades, he heads straight to an empty table and takes a seat. A few high school girls dressed in uniform sit by the window. You can always get the hottest gossip from girls around that age. Have you heard what happened when they performed Siren's Voice? A person enchanted by the Siren's ballad will ultimately die with a smile. Mr. Fallon had no external injuries or signs of poisoning. The police haven't found any clues. Maybe that opera singer really is the god of the sea. He took his revenge. I heard his name is Rafayel swipes through the news on his phone. It overflows with reports about the performance and Mr. Fallon's unexpected death. As if not finding the news he wanted to see, he returns to the home screen. Rafayel sips his Americano. By the time the cup is half empty, he hears high heels clack against the floor, accompanied by the wind chimes. He doesn't look up. You're late. Again. Talia takes off her scarf and sits across from him. Be nice to your aunt. I rushed over as soon as the performance ended. Do I have to buy you a drink? Talia nods, as though it's a given. 1 velvet latte. Thanks. Seeing Rafayel remain unmoving, she taps the newspaper on the table a few times. I'm not a cheap voice teacher, you know. Rafayel turns around and orders the latte. He's about to hand it to Talia when his hand pauses. The stuff. Did you bring it? It's in my bag. She tries to take the drink, but Rafayel pulls it back. With no other choice, Talia takes out a stack of documents from her bag and pushes them to the center of the table. Only then does Rafayel put down the latte. He starts flipping through the pages. Well, aren't you grumpy? Talia drinks the latte and watches Rafayel attentively read the documents. And after hesitating for a moment, wanting to fill the silence, she says, I watched your performance that day too. Rafayel still doesn't look up. Yeah? Have you gotten used to Verona yet? It doesn't matter. I'm just here for now. His expression remains unfazed, but Talia notices him jotting down names with an intensity that makes his pen nearly pierce the paper. She wants to say more, yet struggles to find the right words. After that incident in Lemuria, Rafayel changed. Talia felt she could no longer recognize him. If the Rafayel of the past was a blazing flame, then the Rafayel now resembled a reef battered by relentless waves, outwardly cold and hard, yet riddled with cracks, vulnerable to crumbling from the next wave. Lost in thought, Talia realizes Rafayel has already stowed the documents away. He's putting on his suit jacket and getting ready to leave. She quickly grabs his wrist. Rafayel turns around. "You got other leads?" "No," Talia says, shaking her head. "There's an international art exhibition in Verona next week." Rafayel is silent. She continues, "I remember you used to like painting. I thought you might be interested." Rafayel remains quiet for a long time. Uncomfortable, Talia feels like a stifling anxiety. I know you'll handle everything. I just hope you... Kay is dead. We held the sea moon ceremony for him last Saturday. Rafayel gazes out the window, looking at something in the distance. Talia springs to her feet. "What?" Not every Lemurian survivor can wait. He turns his face away, his eyes glimmering. Perhaps he's shedding tears, but Talia isn't sure. It would be the only info he exchanged for the day, and now it's Talia's turn to fall silent. What exactly is right? She doesn't know anymore. They only have each other as family now, yet at this moment all she can do is watch through the window as Rafayel leaves, alone. The fourth wall. People look out the cafe window to see the street while Louis looks into the cafe from the outside. Under pressure from the public, the police hurriedly closed the case. They ruled illness as the cause of death, but Mr. Fallon's family paid Louis several times the usual fee to continue the investigation. Louis recognizes the woman inside the cafe. With her hair adorned with a gilded hairpin, she's Talia, a renowned soprano. He had previously been commissioned to investigate her. Despite being a celebrity, there's not much information about her personal life. She has no known relatives or lovers either. What a surprising turn of events. Mr. Moe seems more intriguing than he had initially thought. Louis began to look forward to a confrontation with him, and not just for the fee. As a detective, encountering a worthy adversary is always the most exhilarating part of the job. A mix of curiosity and admiration often transcends duty. As he muses, the man leaves the cafe, his demeanor as nonchalant as ever. Louis's feet act faster than his mind. He hurries after him, his hand instinctively reaching for his camera. He forgets for a moment that, as a private detective, remaining unseen is paramount. But as the man heads into an alley, he vanishes into darkness. This is the second time Louis has missed him. Frustrated, he stops in his tracks. Suddenly, flames ignite from the end of the alley. "Speak! Why are you following me?" Improv. This might be the day Louis is closest to the truth. At a fancy restaurant, Louis takes a seat directly across from Rafayel. "If you answer a few questions, I promise I'll stop following you. How does that sound?" Rafayel doesn't respond, which Louis interprets as consent. "Do you like myths, Mr. Rafayel? My favorite is the killer song." How absurd. Realizing there's no juicy gossip, the mother and daughter at the next table over refocus their attention on the corn chowder in front of them. "But I've heard it was altered over time," Louis murmurs. "You must be familiar with the original story. Am I correct, Mr. Rafayel?" Rafayel eats slowly, a knife in one hand and a fork in the other. He cuts the meat on his plate with the elegance of the upper class. "I have no interest in writing fairy tales." "That's fine," Louis says with a smile. "Let me tell you a version I'm quite fond of." Legends say the siren was not a graceful woman, but a charming, handsome merman. Contrary to the stories in operas, he met a woman on the beach, but she took his tail and cut off his scales. At death's door, the siren sang a mournful elegy. Ultimately, the woman on the shore passed away with a smile as he sang. Meister, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate you. Rafayel takes a spoonful of soup. Cool. It's all he has to say after hearing the story. Naturally, Lewis isn't content to leave it at that. I think this version is too plain, so I took the liberty of rewriting it. People lured by the siren's ballad don't die peacefully. Their smiles are just a mask bestowed by the siren. Instead, as they near death, they witness bizarre visions as they're plunged into endless torment. A blue pattern representing the siren appears on their chests. It's a constant reminder of the sins they committed against the sea. What do you think? Very creative. Rafayel remains unimpressed. Thank you, Lewis says. But Mr. Rafayel, do you really think the story is done? I added a bit. The siren returns to the sea, believing everything has ended, but he discovers his underwater kingdom has turned into ruins soaked in blood. His people have either vanished, turned into bloody foam, or were kidnapped. His homeland has turned into a silent, deserted city overnight. Oh, and as for the name of this underwater kingdom, Lemuria. Lewis enthusiastically narrates his addendum of the story. At that moment, the chef serves them their meticulously plated final dish, a fish lying amidst white rosemary. Rafayel still doesn't speak, chewing slowly. He stops for a long while, seemingly savoring the flavor. What is it, Mr. Rafayel? There's bone. Lewis pulls out an old document and pushes it toward Rafayel. It reads, In 2034, an underwater city was unearthed in the ocean southeast of Lincoln City. It was confirmed to be the ruins of Lemuria, confirming Lemuria's existence. My story isn't just pure imagination. Any thoughts, Mr. Rafayel? Maybe you shouldn't be a private detective. Rafayel pushes the document back. His aloof facade seems impenetrable, but Lewis, still determined, tries one last time. There is a part I still haven't figured out, which is, when the siren returns to the beach, how does he exact his revenge on those responsible for Lemuria's destruction? Oops. Lewis pulls out a hefty personnel file and places it on the table, all while observing Raphael's expression. This time, Rafayel doesn't feign disinterest. He starts flipping through it. I think he'd first learn from them. Really? Lewis is taken aback. He fails to find any mistakes in this man. Other than Raphael's smile, nothing seems to be amiss. Despite that, he's even more perplexed by Raphael's response. He's got to study their wits and cruelty, you know. Rafayel stands up and departs, leaving only the statement behind. This is the third time Lewis feels he's gotten a hold of something, yet still finds himself empty-handed. A one-man show. The young boy sits alone in the middle of the coral reef, softly humming Siren's ballad. Waves lap the shore, staining it dark red. The color blends almost seamlessly with the bloody setting sun in the distance. Those who deceived him have long since sailed away on their massive ships, laughing all the while. Siren's ballad isn't a song of revenge. It's an elegy sung for Lemuria. Rafayel shakes the droplets of water from his hair. He feels like he's still underwater. The dying cries of his people echo in his ears, fizzing and crackling like a broken record that's being ground into pieces. Something in his chest howls, urging him to open his eyes and avenge them. Rafayel wants to stand up, yet at the same time, his body is ensnared by the dark undertow. In darkness, the shadows of those he personally laid to rest emerge and drag him down lower and lower into the depths. The bathtub's water is heavy. Really heavy. Torn between various forces, it's as if he's being split in two. Don't be scared. Amidst the chaos, Rafayel hears his mother's voice. He remembers last Saturday. He pushed Kay's wheelchair out of the hospital room all the way to the beach. Hang in there. I'll bring everyone home. But Kay shook his head, looking at the sea. I can't stand it anymore. They took away my scales and drew my blood over and over again. I'm no longer Lemurian. The doctor told him in private that Kay was on his last legs. He wasn't sure what had kept him through such agony until now. The boundless land and sky had once been the dream of many Lemurians, yet they couldn't have imagined it turned into a never-ending nightmare. The remaining Lemurians also appeared. They promised Kay they'd perform the sea moon ceremony, but Rafayel still found it hard to let go. When the moon reached its highest point in the sky, they pushed Kay's body into the depths of the sea, watching him slowly become one with the water. In the crowd, Kay looked at Rafayel and smiled. Rafayel read his lips. Don't be scared, he had said. Rafayel remembers a time from many, many years ago, though it's a faded memory now. He hid behind his mother during a sea moon ceremony. His mother gently pulled him to her side, allowing him to witness the ritual. Don't be scared, she softly murmured. The world gradually becomes clear before Rafayel. He takes several deep breaths, then wraps himself in a bathrobe. Barefoot, he steps onto the carpet and reviews the documents Talia had given him. Next performance. By the time a reluctant Louis reaches the pier, Rafayel has already boarded a ship set to depart from Verona. It's perfect weather for sailing, clear bright. The port radio station continues its 24 broadcast of citizens calling in. This is the 176th call about the special anniversary performance. Even though it ended several days ago, countless audience members who experienced it in person still praise it as groundbreaking. It's an unforgettable memory. Even I, Joanna, regret not having gone to see it. Now, let's take the next call. After the call connects, the voice on the other end is sharp. Oh, that opera singer Mo! He's a real siren! He can sing! His singing can seduce and kill! I'll follow him forever! The call abruptly cuts off. It sounds like an obsessed fan has lost their mind and is now descending into madness. The ship sails for many days on the vast blue ocean. Finally, a silvery white horizon appears. Rafayel stands on the deck, a suitcase with exquisite gold clasps at his feet. It draws frequent glances from other passengers. Dear passengers, our destination, Lincoln City, is just ahead. He takes out a stack of documents and sets them on fire. The ashes are instantly being taken away by the sea breeze. Then, he takes out a business card from his card holder and flips it between his full fingers. Who knew the private detective's leads were, in some aspects, more comprehensive than his own? All right, I'm getting off the ship now, he says. The seagull that had followed him all the way reluctantly leaves his shoulder. Approaching the beach, a sea breeze stirs. A photo from Rafayel's breast pocket is blown away, but before it can go too far, a seagull snatches it with his beak and returns it to him. Rafayel gazes at the girl in the photo, a smile gracing his lips. He pets the seagull. I'll give you some tasty snacks next time. Did people in Verona do experiments on the Lemurians? Is that why? And Rafayel is running because he really... I mean, we know that he's a mermaid. So he killed a guy with his voice? How dangerous. Okay. I feel like we got a lot done today. Doesn't that make him more siren than mermaid? I feel like sirens and mermaids are kind of the same. Like, I mean, we equate them equally in Western cultures. But, yeah, technically a siren.
We
Okay.
really do have a great connection.
Thank you.
Even our daydreaming is in sync.
Thank you, Caleb. All right, we're just gonna oh, that's right. We were gonna do our 10 pulls, and we were gonna try to build pity, and hopefully not get Rafayel. Oh, I see. The limited. Okay, if I really wanted to roll on this, I would have to use my real tickets, which I don't want to. And I'm not super like, I don't really care too much about Rafayel's like previous birthday cards. Okay. Let's do our 110 pull. So crazy. I'm like, either like take me, I want to like ride this out to hard pity, right? I don't want to get him in 20 pulls. Or I would like to get a 5-star and lose the 50-50. But, you know, if we get the birthday card, we get the birthday card. There's nothing I can do. Sirens were originally bird women, but somewhere they got meshed into the sea women we know now. Ah, I see. I see. Okay, so I guess we just wish 10 times, and then next week we'll use another 10 wishes, because I'll get another limited wish with the event currency. And I'll only pull 20 times. He is handsome. He's very handsome, Minty. Welcome in. But he's not my favorite. So, like, if I lose the 50-50, I would be very grateful. I hope I lose it to Zayne or Caleb. If we get the card, I guess we get the birthday card. And, you know, whatever. Okay, we'll see. Alright, we got you guys. I've never said this before, but I hope I don't get any in the next 10 rolls. Let's go. Or that if I do get it, I hope I lose the 50-50. And unfortunately, I'm super tired. I was gonna I have this like scrapbook that I purchased. It's like one of those books where there's like these pages. If I can show you. Like, there's all these pages available that I can, like, you know, put stuff in. And I bought this to make a Zayne scrapbook of all this stuff, because I have so much stuff that I got from, like, Deep Space Trial. Like, I have all these stuff that I got and stickers and stuff, so I want to put them into a scrapbook. But, you know. A scrapbook with pages? What are these cursed words you speak? I know. The goal for you would be to lose guarantee for the next banner. I know. I want to lose so that I can get 100% chance on the next banner. But, you know, we'll see. Because on the Mortality's Tenderness, I won the 50-50 every time I got a 5-star, which is insanely lucky, I know. So I'm hoping that some of that luck is running out for this 10 pull. Okay, I feel like I am procrastinating and delaying. So let's close our eyeballs and roll 10 times. I'm leaving before your bad juju affects my pulls. Please let me not get it or lose the 50-50. If I get it, I mean, birthday card, it'll be fine, right? Like, okay, dodged. Next week we will roll one more time because we'll have 10 more limited pulls on the banner. And I will be sweating a lot, but, you know, we'll see. Okay, so we're done. We'll roll 10 more times next week, on Saturday. Okay, but, oh, that's right. I was gonna stay here so that we could just have the, like, default music so Caleb isn't talking in my ear. Okay, you guys, I'm really tired, so I'm actually gonna take a nap. I didn't sleep super well last night, so we are gonna take a nap after this. Let's see who's live so that I can raid in. Any updates on your friend's 3D model, BTW? Oh, yes, I need to fill you in on that. We actually got someone to help, and my friend was able to retexture it, actually. So, I did not need to bother you about that anymore. So, you know, you are released from your duties. But if you ever have any questions about, you know, microphones or audio, please feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to help you. Nap is good. This game is emotionally draining. I need to go cry into my pillow about how sad and lonely Dawnbreaker is. And also Xavier, I don't know, did that happen in the future or in the past? But anyways, I need to go cry about both of those things. Rafayel's third anecdote, I didn't quite understand. I'm like grasping at a thread, so I kind of understand, but not really. Let's go over to Lost Stream. We don't often get a chance to raid into her. She's playing A Dog's Life, which I think is like a dog. I mean, it's clearly a dog game, right? It should be maybe a cute dog game. Let's see. Maybe a cute dog game? I'm not sure. Lost looks really adorable today, so let's go hang out with her. Alright, you guys. Here are your raid messages. If you are a subscriber, feel free to copy either raid message. Both will work. Or if you are not a subscriber, go ahead and copy the second raid message. And, you know, we are heading over to Loss's stream. Okay, as always, you guys, please be happy, please be healthy, but most of all, please be kind. Be kind to others, because you never know what a smile, hug, or hello can do for someone who's having a bad day. And be kind to yourselves. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Get up and stretch your legs every once in a while, because if you don't, you might get an embolism, and then you'll die, and then we'll all be really sad. And we don't want that. Next stream will be Monday for some Final Fantasy XIV, and after that Jump King, and then after that some Chrono Trigger, and then back to Lance. Alright, you guys? So I will see you all later. Please say hi to Lost for me. I think she's celebrating a birthday. I'm not like 100% sure, but I think she's celebrating a birthday, either celebrated or is celebrating soon. Thank you guys for joining me. Dark, thank you so much for hanging out with me while I read Depression. I really appreciated the emotional support. I will be seeing you guys for Love in Deep Space next Saturday if you guys want. We're gonna do the rest of Rafayel's birthday quests and do another 10 poem, so I guess I'll see you then. Alright, bye, love you guys, see you later.